everyone, and welcome to another Destiny 2 guide video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the Headlong mission inside of the Legendary Lightfall campaign, or as I like to call it, the washing machine of death. In this mission, we have to use Strand and practice with it, and Osiris goes full Mr. Miyagi to teach us the ways of Strand. So, without further ado, let's get right into the builds. We'll talk about builds. I'm going to go over just a small mechanic to get you there along the way, and then we're going to go straight into the boss fight, and we're going to take a deep dive into that. This gave a lot of people issues, including myself, when we tried to run it, but I think with this method we found, it makes it easy mode, and I'm here to share that with you today. Alright, so the first build we're going to go over is Cam's build. He ran Divinity. Now, we found, did it help? Yeah. Was it necessary? Not really. If you don't have Divinity, don't worry about it. Don't want to run it. Don't worry about it. Run a linear instead, Sleeper, or Taipan, something like that. Storm Chaser, whatever works. And you'll be just fine. I'm running Wither Horde for some CC. I'm also running Reckless Oracle and Taipan. I'm going to be pairing this with the Volatile Flow seasonal aspect mod to help with ad clearance. My primary job in this fight is ad clearance. You can see the volatile flow on screen now. It essentially, by picking up an orb, I create volatile rounds. Volatile rounds are extremely effective in crowd control and CC. And finally, we have CK running Controverse Hold Warlock. Again, with the bait and switch, Cataclysmic there, Shayora's Wrath, and the assault rifle. So on screen here shortly is going to be the first mechanic. Right after we get Strand, we kind of go up here to Strand for the first time. We get it multiple times throughout this this mission because, again, Mr. Miyagi, we are the Karate Kids, and we need to learn how to do this. So right about here, we're going to take out some ads, and you'll see a kind of a Vex wall behind us. And you can see three little symbols above it, little diamonds, right? Light, dark, and then light. That's going to correspond to what order we need to kill these harpies in. So we're going to do a light one that's lit up like light, and then we're going to kill a dark one, and then a light one again. That clears the room. That happens about 3 times here. Just follow the symbols, and you'll be just fine. Alright, so after some fun jumping and killing some red bars, we're going to jump right into the wash machine of death here. Now, one thing to know about this big red wall that rotates around is it's got a large AoE effect, and it is like insta-death. It hurts. So keep your distance. If you are on the ground to begin with, like I am here, keep your distance from it, but trail pretty close behind it. We like to come into this room and do an initial ad clearance circle, and then we kind of start in on the mechanic or how we do this fight. So you can see all the ads are kind of dead, and we're just kind of spawn trapping this one and these Minotaurs to get them gone. One thing to note, I know there's cheeses out there. You can get behind that little teleporter right there. There's also a space in the wall right there where you can kind of chill and be safe right here where we are. That teleporter, I'm assuming that's going to be patched, which is why I'm not showing you how to do that right now. So again, we're just kind of rotating around. We're doing some initial ad clearance, especially these Minotaurs, really focusing on them together, using all of our abilities to bring them down quickly and efficiently, and as we're moving around the room. Now, once this thing really kicks off and the boss spawns, he's going to spawn right after we kill this wyvern. We like to pop our first super, typically not 2, we were a little confused, but we like to pop our first super on that wyvern, get that wyvern gone immediately, because they can really wreak havoc. I have a super, so I'm continuing to roam, and I get a little overzealous, and I die. Luckily, when you do die, it puts you back in kind of the spawn room, so that your team can really get you effectively. This fight is a marathon. I mean, I know there is a triumph for doing it quickly, and with this strat, you can do it quickly. But if you're doing it for the first time and you're struggling, it's a marathon, okay? So you can see I fall through the thing. I'm having a rough time in this first one. But this is one of those cheese spots. You can kind of get in there and be safe. Nothing can really shoot you. Or behind the teleporter that's below us. But we're going to start our real mechanic right now, which is jumping from these platforms. These platforms where the snipers are your best bet. staying on the ground at this point, especially with that boss, is death calling. The boss also has a stomp, which has a very large and sticky, like, fire damage AoE thing. It hurts, and it stays with you even while you're swinging away from it with Strand. So what we're doing here, you can see on screen, we're using Strand, and we are just swinging from platform to platform the best we can, and staying safe. I'm using Witherhoard to take out ads, but also tagging the boss with it as well. While you can see the Divinity line coming in there, while CK and Cam are using Divinity and the bait and switch Cataclysmic to bring down the boss's health. You can see they've already got him down to health, and I haven't really done much. I've been doing my Witherhoard on the ground. I've been tagging the boss every once in a while. It's not really, I'm focused on ad control. Ad control, ad control, ad control. They will shoot up here, but you can stay pretty safe. This is a mistake by me. I accidentally go down instead of going up. But stay up, stay high. And just, if you do fall to the ground like I did, just get back up there. Okay, I am using the Armamentarium chest piece on a Titan, which helps because it gives you an extra grapple. But just grapple from platform to platform. Once we kind of got him to half health, I really started, and CK ran out of ammo. I start on boss fight. I start on boss damage, while CK starts on some ad control. So we kind of switch roles a little bit, so we can just use our ammo wisely and effectively. And you can see the Divinity Bubble up there, and I'm just aiming for his chest. Even with the Divinity Bubble, I always aim for the weak spots. I like to train myself like that. I like to skip a platform, so I don't go around in the square. You'll see I jump across at a diagonal, and I go from, like, diagonal to diagonal. Instead, CK uses his super. As soon as you get your supers, use them on the boss. Don't wait, just use them on the boss. The ads will keep spawning, so only time I focus on ads is when they're starting to wreck us. And I know I'm the one with the ammo, so I'm on boss duty. You can see we're switching. We're skipping. Sometimes they don't skip, but I'm skipping one platform every time. So I'm just going from 2 platforms back to back. And it's very easy that way. You're kind of safe up here. I'm starting to get hit a lot by ads, so I am worried about that. You can see I bring my Witherhoard out, and I want to use it. I do use it eventually. But I mean, I'm going to peek over here on the edge and shoot the boss with it. Anarchy, I would assume, would work very well here as well for boss damage, especially if you're solo. If you're solo, I would highly suggest Anarchy here, using this strat, but then you can just look down, tag the boss, stay safe, move on, right? Anarchy and Witherhoard are great for, set it and forget it. We get low, Cam gets his super, I get my super, and we just let the boss have it, and we rinse that last quarter bit of health. And that's going to do it. End of the fight. You can see how kind of smooth and easy that was, how safe we were up there. But if this video helped you, please drop a like, subscribe, and ring that bell if you're new. Thank you very much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.